Okay guys, welcome back to a few more nuggets of knowledge. So you'll see here you can plant here, obviously an open plant. This is definitely the preferred plant on Nuke. But one thing you can do if you have enough players alive or after plant is you can send one of your teammates back up this ladder, or even you, and just come out on top of the silo here and kind of be like a flank. So obviously you think you can just put a lurk up here, but it's good to have the manpower going into site. Then if you get in successfully enough, you can have this guy try and pick off the rotators, and if he's too late, or just depending on the timing you decide to use, you can even try and walk out here slowly and catch off anyone maybe behind this smoke, or just wait even later, and then if there's a 1v1 or a 2v1 you can just pop out, quickly kill the bomb planter and disappear again. And yeah, I could definitely compare this to the Mirage flank, where sometimes players run back through A-Main and try and get the connector flank off, and I reckon this one can be used quite similar and even possibly more powerful because of how quick it is to rotate up around the ladder. Okay, this is super situational, but you can jump up on this ledge here, have a really good headshot angle towards anyone coming out of drop down. It's going to be used after plant or even on site, so you know 100%, so you got the call or something, good information, you know 100% no one's going to come out long. This can be a powerful angle. Obviously, if they're going to try and push this way around rock, make sure you've got teammates covering it. You are very exposed up here, but as I said, very situational angle, but a very strong one if the situation does arise where you can use it. Secondly here, often when you're going for a rush or something, you'll bounce a smoke here to cut off walkway, or if you're going to kind of execute, you can chuck it from here or something. Say you want your hands free or smoke or... Brilliant. That's brilliant. Let's just keep going. Make sure I put God mode on this time. So you can do the same thing. Get the smoke, you're going to run up these stairs at the right hand side, you're going to aim about this second from the right yellow banner and just look straight up in the sky. So it's going to look something like that. And that's going to come over and do the exact same thing, leaving you not having to worry about throwing smokes and stuff later in the round. And you see that smoke's off a little bit deeper as well. Yeah, there's nothing really they can do about it if they want to try and jump through, but you can have a player watching it or something. It's up to you how you use it, but very useful. Something Virtus Pro used to use a lot when they were playing Cobblestone. Okay, so a lot of players will come and smoke off A-Main like this at the start of a round, or something similar from the truck position, and then push up into wherever they want to hold from. One thing Nico likes to do, if you've watched one of my earlier city specialists, is he'll come into this corner and chuck the smoke just something like this. I can't really see it because of the... something like that. And the reason he does this is because he gets here first before he throws the smoke. And you can hear anyone entering A-Main, and just get that extra information. Maybe it's a rush or something, gives that extra 1 or 2 seconds where you can call a player in to rotate. Yeah, and to get here to this position where he normally stops to throw his smoke takes 11 to 12 seconds depending on your spawn, and if a T gets the absolute best spawn possible, he can only get to around in line with this box after 12 seconds. You see there is 1 or 2 seconds more where even when you hear the rush, you've still got time to throw your smoke off that wall and reposition and yeah, get ready for the rush to come in. Just something to maybe mix up, get that extra info for your team, and it could it could change the outcome of a round. Okay, so I'm going to show you 2 ways to get poplar control, my favourite, and then another way using Molotovs. So I really like this way here, so just come to this corner, aim at this cross, right click underarm throw. It's a really nice pop flash, doesn't hit any walls or anything. You'll see at the back they're going to get hit, front they're going to get hit, and no really way to know what's coming. I'm not 100% sure if it makes the pin pull sound, but even if it does, the way I like to use it is I'll throw it, and then I'll get in right just before it like that, and it'll pop behind me. And yeah, so if they're looking at me, they might hear the noise of me running and just hear me touch the ladder like I did. They'll turn around and think, yeah, I got to kill this guy, and then the pop flash hits them, and then that's quite an easy kill for me. Or if they hear the pin pull, they might look away from the flash, and then I'm popping down just before it. So again, I have the advantage on them, and that's my favorite way to use it. Just before though, to make sure I'm not going to land on anyone's head when I jump down, I'll just do a little strafe jump like this to make sure no one's holding directly below the ladder here. Now the second way is a way big users, some of you have probably seen it, or a lot of you, you're going to throw 2 Molotovs. The first one you're going to line up like I did there, crouch down this line, aim just up a bit, stand up and throw. That's going to Molotov off this back part, and then just outside here. And then the other molly is a little bit more, you can throw it however you want, but I like to line it up like this. And you'll see that Molotov's off to here, and you'll notice from where the other Molotov landed, it burnt off the back and then out here. So there is a player playing like something close like this, they're going to be running through a whole lot of molly and potentially even dying. But yeah, that's a way big likes to clear out, or they have cleared out the pop dog area. I prefer just the simple flash to save my molly. But it's up to you. If you want to punish a player, you notice a pattern, you can use the Molotov tactic as well. Okay, so your team really wants to quickly get onto the B-Site. You don't really have time to set up any nades or any execute. You can just throw this Molotov, super general. You just come up to onto the hill here and just throw it out, in the direction I showed. You can also do it if you're coming out connector, say you're one of the last players for your team. You just come out this door, aim just on the left side of the cylinder there, and super simple molly. Same thing if you want to smoke heaven, you can do that uber quick as well. You just come in here, aim there, and then you can push onto site with your team. One thing which is a little bit more for an execute or see what you can do with it. So you come into this corner here and aim the corner of this, I don't know what you'd call it, little archway or beam up to the top of that roof. That's going to smoke off the rotations for A. I haven't really seen it used much. Might not be super useful, but you can give it a go in your games and let me know how it goes. Okay, so A-Site Mirage, one of the easiest sites to retake in the game, but let's make it even easier. So from this little corner here, you can throw a couple of nice bits of utility. So that smoke's going to smoke off A-Main, just coming out to there. And if you aim this down to this line here, that's going to Molotov off the Tetris position. So you'll see there, it's all mollied off. This is going to force a player out like this. A little bit easier to clear off than trying to cover the up and the low angle. So that's if you're rotating through jungle. If you're coming through connector, you can throw smokes or mollies just aiming at this. You don't even have to run forward. But of course you can do it under more cover. You can just come like this and just aim at this area. That's going to get rid of the whole palace area. Also you can throw a little flash. Doesn't matter how far up you are, just don't expose yourself. Just aim in line with this here. So you'll see they're just different levels of pop flash, and you'll see that's going to get anyone here. But obviously because I was closer, it didn't come out and get the Tetris area, but it's going to get anyone in this kind of area. If I stand further away, something like this, it's going to pop out a little bit further and get a lot more positions, and you can just play around that. It's a good little flash. Just make sure you call your team out on jungle and you're not team flashing them. CT, you can smoke off A-Main again, coming into here, aiming up like that. Molotoving off this is pretty simple. You just do something like that. So it's just, if you're any good with the nades, you should be able to do that one. Obviously from all these positions, firebox is super easy and should be the first place you use your Molotov, in my opinion. If you have a Molotov spare and no one else does in your team, Molotov out the firebox position. That should be priority number 1. Molotovs are so insanely powerful no matter what level you're playing at when entering the B-side of Inferno. So here's a couple you should know. For new box, come to this corner, aim at this little bit sticking up and just down to the bottom part of the ledge and do a jump throw. That's going to fly over, and you'll see this Molotov spreads around the new box. They can still play this angle, but they obviously can't disappear again like they normally would when playing the new box. For first oranges, you're going to come in here, see this line here, you're going to go to the corner and just move it in a tiny bit. Do another jump throw. And what the heck, I missed it. I'm not using a bind, there we go, that's what it should do. Molotov off the first orange just like that, there's no one there. And then the last one, which is the easiest, because it's not a stupid jump throw, is you're going to come onto this corner here, aim at the middle of that there, and that's going to fly over. And you see the really good thing about this one is it gets the whole back corner, but then it also forces them to run through so much Molotov to escape. And that's why that Molotov is really good. Lastly, if you don't know this smoke, you definitely should just smoke off the coffins area. You're just going to aim like that. And that's it. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.